out this rig this morning, so if you don't mind, I'm just going to roll in easily another day and see what we have to say today. What are we doing today, I wonder? Let's go ahead and get down to it. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning. Good morning. I'm thinking about doing a extending this morning ritual for guitar growth one time a week, probably on the Friday, extending it to members only so that we can get a full hour in one time a week. So that will go, I think we're going to start that this Friday. So if you're a standard member, a standard membership will get it done, and we'll go ahead and I just want to announce that. So I know if you're playing the guitar and you're going to be here for an hour, I'd like to join you for that the rest of the half hour. So we'll go ahead and do that probably once a week. But I'm starting with got my Connolly this morning. Not sure if we're going to end up with it or not, but it's a pretty fun guitar to play. Just wanted to check in with it, make sure that we're all good, and you know, just give it a once over, just the normal maintenance routine. Just say hello. So 1 E and 2 TE and a 2 TE and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2. We're going to start right away with 2 and 4, 3 and 4. And of course, if you would like to play 2 attacks per beat or 3 attacks per beat, that is just fine. It's absolutely fine. But I'm going to go ahead and just get through some of my morning ritual. What I'd like to do today, by the end of the session today, is get into diatonic harmonic content. So start working through the major scales and through the cycle of 4. So that's what I'm up to today. That's what I'm hopeful to achieve today. And good morning, Mark. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, everybody. And I hope you had a good day yesterday. I had a late night meeting last night, so I'm a little bit behind today, but that's okay because some of those late night meetings are important to hold. So I'm just working through the old warm-up right now, and you know what's going on. Very simple sort of approach to the guitar. But it is 2 fingers nonetheless. And I'm working on the backbeat on the metronome, so I feel like I've just got a big fat rhythmic pocket going there. Now I'm on the downbeat. And so what I'd like to do is just go back to position number 1, fingers 1 and 2. I'm going to get my breath all in order so that my tissue doesn't feel like it's being so abused, because my tissue does feel a little bit like it's being abused. So I don't want to perpetuate that what is it, sort of injury? I call it injury, I think, long-term longitudinal injury, so we want to avoid that the best we can. Which we will, which is fine. I wanted to show you the way that the headstock is made on this guitar. We'll take a break in just one moment, like right now. So the headstock has a really nice sandwiching of cocobolo and maple, and that's kind of a fun little thing to do. Really cool. I think it's kind of a fun thing to do. Yeah, the neck is a really good first quality neck. You know, it's that quarter sawn neck that you'd like to see, but it's got a nice sort of, it doesn't have the volute in it, but it's and there's these beautiful wave release on it. Those are always fun to turn. Got a nice little bit of herringbone on it, and it's just fun to play. I think we need to get this one looked at and tweaked a little bit, tuned up, get the saddles a little low for me. So 1 E into 2, T E and for fingers 3 and 4, 2 and 4, and we're just working through. Good morning, John. Good morning, Mr. Rismanic. Good morning. And what a great day it is to play the guitar. You know, just super. We've got a rainy day today. It's raining until noontime, until high noon, which is the glory, of course, which is the glory and beauty of the day. Observing the sun at its meridian height is always a nice thing to do. But we're going to use fingers 1 and 3, and 1 and 3. I'm thinking back to, you know, something that is, I brought, I don't know if you all, I don't know what I've shared with you and when, if I've shared it, but I'm thinking back to some of the things that build success for ourselves in the world of guitar. Often they transcend into other disciplines, right? So I remember taking a few years and bringing back a, you know, basically a failed downtown. I remember doing that, and I remember that being one of my missions to basically restore harmony, peace and harmony to this little region, you know, tiny little pocket of space where, you know, capital city's 19,000 people, bedroom numbers. The bedroom community's 19,000, and fingers 1 and 4, and it was the tail end of, you know, the old guard was kind of being inundated with new technology we didn't quite understand. And so it took about a decade for technology to become transparent and usable. And, you know, so I remember all of the pieces of what it took, all of the connections and all of the wonderful, mostly wonderful people I had an opportunity to partner with to bring this downtown back. And it's thriving. It's thriving still today. And so it's a nice thing to see, but I think those things, those pieces of success are driven by something that only you can determine what you're willing to do. And I basically equate that with playing the guitar. So, you know, we watched a bunch of homelessness. You know, we watched just a lot of different things, a lot of different angles that we observed as a torchbearer. And I kind of feel like there's a torch-bearing element to keeping the guitar practice alive. You know, there's a little bit of a torchbearer in each and every one of us. So that's good. That's good news. If you're willing to bear the torch and to, you know, just follow your gut and really rely on your own self, your own person to figure out and to negotiate your path forward, you know, because that is a negotiation every day. I negotiate and justify, I write myself. Sometimes they're only mental justifications, but I write myself justifications to arrive at the guitar every day. And if I didn't do that, I'm afraid I would otherwise obligate my time. But doesn't this guitar sound good? You know, what a great sounding guitar, and what a thrill to play it. just these beautifully, crafted, handmade guitars. One of the many things I like about this particular, I'm going to use the word instrument. If I'm going to use this word instrument, one of the things that I enjoy in particularly about this instrument, fingers 1 and 2 and 4, is the sound hole, the porthole on the side of the guitar. You can hear that there's a hole here, a sound hole there for the benefit of the player. So we're not just projecting sound out into the ether or to the audience or to the microphone. We are actually being able to get a glimpse into the actual sound of the guitar, the deep, rich tones, mellow tones of the Coca-Cola body. And from what I understand, it's a little bit of somewhat of a risk to bend Coca-Cola, but I guess people do it. Good morning, Raul, good morning. You're from Turkey. You can... Good morning. Okay, so fingers 1 and 2 and... I think I'm using 1 and 3 and 4 now. So you can join me with 1 and 3 and 4. I'm playing 4 attacks per beat. But if you'd like to, you can play 2 attacks per beat, which is equally as important to negotiate, or 1 attack per beat, and you could play only downstrokes or only upstrokes if you'd like to really keep your world tight and together. But for today's purposes, I am going to dispose of that process and get right straight into down, up, down, up, down, up, and 1 and 3 and 4 at 4 attacks per beat. 1, 2, T4, 1, 2, T4, 1, 2, T4. Right? But it doesn't matter if you're here and you would like to warm up with us. This is what we can do. You can play at your own. You can elect, and it sounds really cool to play at a different rhythmic subdivision from someone else. I remember this is how I used to warm up with one of my first guitar teachers, and then so we do these exercises. Fred was his name, and what a beautiful soul, God rest his soul. But we used to play this half step, this 1, 2, 3, 4 exercise, or a scale together. And so he'd start on position number 9, or I'd start on position number 9, and he'd start on position number 10. So we were always playing a half step away from one another, and it always was an exercise in listening. So I would encourage you to do that. It was an exercise in what are you observing? You're observing that you can critically analyze what's going on around you while actually doing your own thing, which is a supremely important skill to develop today more than ever, right? Super important thing to do. Good morning. How do you strum and speak simultaneously? This is a great topic. John, I appreciate you being here. Certainly appreciate you being here. And Raul, yeah, we've just been, right. Practice, I think. Yeah, it takes a lot of practice to do. I'm going to say act like a trained monkey, only because Miles Davis always used to say, I'm not your monkey. You know what I mean? And I always really had a deep appreciation for that. But why don't you go ahead and try 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use 2 attacks per beat, and you can do this with me. And you can start on position number 8 if you like. Or you start on position number 9. I'll start on position number 8, and we'll see how this works. So 1 and 2, and here you're starting on 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'll be doing 8, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. And so what we're going to do, I want you to listen, turn the thing up so you can hear my guitar, and play your guitar loud enough or just soft enough so that you can hear both of us at an equal dynamic level, a sound pressure level. And I want you to try to analyze what's going on here. I'm going to start on position 8. You go ahead and start on position number 9. 1 E, 2 attacks per beat, so it's going to sound like this. We get to the top, we'll go down a fret. All the stuff is the same. 1 E and 2 and T. Here we go. And oh, sorry. 1 and 2, 2 attacks per beat though. Here we go. Let's go ahead and just keep doing this. Are you noticing anything cool happening? Playing a half step higher than me. You're on position number 4 now. I'm on position number 3. And when I get to position number 1 and turn around, I'm going to start with 4 attacks per beat. You can join me there or carry on the same way. Right? So when we start turning around, I'm going to light a fire under it. Good. And so what did you think about that? Did you observe anything about the guitar and dissonant harmony that you haven't yet observed? I hope so. Did you play along? I hope so. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to use these I'm tuned in, man, dialed in. Excellent. Nancy, what's going on, Nancy? So we'll start with fingers 1 and 2, and so fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing the same thing now with basically the diagonal pattern. So instead of linearly approaching the string, we're going to tell a different story. The story here being, instead of the quasi-chromatic approach, we've got the same exact finger usage, but we're distributing those fingers across 4 different strings in one exercise. So we're just doing this super easily, you know, and if you want to, 2 attacks per beat or 1 attack per beat is just fine. It's all works. I think what I'm going to do is 1 time a week, I'm going to continue this live stream, I think, for the last half hour. I'm going to add a half hour back on to, I'm not sure which day it's going to be yet, but if you are a standard member level, if you're a standard member, I think I'm going to add a half hour onto the tail end of 1 day a week. So we have some standard members who might be interested in shouting out which day they prefer. But if you'd rather not get into that, I'm not sending a survey monkey out. I'm going to I'll do it, and if we get good attendance, then we'll keep doing it, and if we don't, we'll try a different day. So we'll see what works for everybody. We'll try to make it an equitable experience for all involved. All right, so now what we're going to do, we worked on shape 1, shape 2, shape 3. Now we're working with shape 4 today. So I'm going to start there, and it's starting with fingers 1 and 4 on frets 9 and 12. Junka 22, that's TJ, right? So we have that 1 4 1 1 4 1 4 1 3 1 3, and then 2 4, and then 1 4, and then 4 1 4 2 3 1 3 1 again 4 1, and then 4 1. We're talking about shape number 4. And tomorrow we'll make it through the last shape of the pentatonic system, and I'm using 2 attacks per beat. If you would like to use 1 attack per beat, or you would like to play it a tempo and just work your way through it while you're listening, that's equally as valuable. So this is the morning ritual for guitar growth, and this is why we are here, is large in part due to stretching out our fingers so that we can comply with the requisite chord progressions and chords from the chord chemistry series that is currently alive and active here on the channel. So we're working together page by page, word by word, and chord by chord through the late great Ted Green's chord chemistry book, and TJ is a really great sponsor of that program. TJ loves we've been working on this together for some time now, and we're getting ready to continue. So I appreciate you checking in with us. It's wonderful to hear from you. So I'm working on this. I'm going to use my 4 attacks per beat just to kind of wake it up a little bit. If you want to continue working that, whatever it is you're working on, that 2 attacks per beat, that's fine. 1 attack per beat, that's absolutely awesome. Gorgeous experience, and it just gives you a foundation upon which to build your, Balinesian music hub, your blues music, your jazz music, your rock music repertoire, your country music repertoire. I mean, it's everywhere. That pentatonic system is just everywhere, and it is so musical. Out of the box, you can literally get it from the FedEx driver, click open the box, tear it apart, open it up, put it on the table, and it is ready to play. I mean, I'll tell you what, this thing is ready to go. So anytime we work on that, it's good quality time spent down with a guitar. In my opinion, you know what I mean? It's, we don't all have to agree. But I know this to be true. This is my testimonial. So let's go ahead and use major scale system. This major scale sequencing is something I need to do every day. I just want to get through major scale, minor scales, Persian scales, symmetrical scales. I want to get through melodic minor scales. I'd like to get through all of these scales. But for now, I'm beginning with the major scale in all keys. And then now I'm on B flat. That's right. Then I'm on E flat. And if you want the tablature for this, I have the tablature for this written, you know, it's in a PDF binder, and I'd love for you to have it. So if you don't have it yet and you'd like it, you can email me at grow@jasoncareyguitar.com and just say, hey, I'd like to have the major scale cycle 4 sequence for the purpose of warming up with the guitar, and you can have it for free. I will email it to you for free. So I'm in the key of G flat now, and then in the key of B major. So we start over with the C major scale pattern, or the shape number 1. So this is shape number 1 major scale. So these are Joe Pass sort of Jim Hall shapes, you know what I mean? These are positional shapes. These are shapes that make sense on the guitar, right? Let's go ahead and shape number 3, shape number 4, and these are all major scales as they ascend through the cycle of 4 sequence. Well, what's the cycle of 4 sequence, you ask? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know anything. I might know something about it. It's when the intake manifold and the double check no, it's got nothing to do with combustion motors. It's really basically just moving the major scale through. If we were going around the circle of fifths, it would be C, G, right? We just go up in fifth, right? C, G, D, A, E, and then just keep going on infinitely high, infinitely low. But when we go backwards around the number 1, or the circle of fifths, it turns into a circle of fourths, right? And so what we're doing, the circle of fourths, is we're basically, get yourself a diagram of the circle of fifths, the cycle of fifths, or whatever people call it, and then let's go backwards around it. And E Phrygian dominant, that's a good one, my friend. Great stuff. It's great stuff. Just wonderful stuff, yeah. We're getting to the top of the hour. I think that's some kind of like, you know, some of the licks that John McLaughlin might play. Just really great stuff. I need a little heavier gauge string on here. The pick's just the right gauge, but a little heavier gauge string will help that technique quite a bit. And I think I've got maybe 12s on here, and I probably need at least 13s for me, for that guitar, that sound to really come alive on this particular guitar. But no excuses though, you know what I mean? But here we are at the end of the road for today. I definitely appreciate being here. Let me just be sure I've said hello to everyone at least one time, and I really like to see who's here, and we've got a lot of nice newly returning faces. We have a lot of veterans. You can see that there's a group here of like-minded people just wanting to better ourselves with the guitar, right, through the art and craft of mastering the guitar. So it's great to see you all here today. Nancy, and then Mark. So Raul, 88 finger, good morning, Jesse James. Well, brother Jesse James, what type of experience? Hey, hope everyone's well. I think I've got it pretty much up to here. Sure do love it. Can't wait for the upcoming episodes. Amen, brother. Blue. Actually enjoy scales. Me too. Me too. All right, so we've got Connie Strickland. Hey, good morning, Connie. Good morning. Have a great day, everyone. Until tomorrow. Thank you, Kevin, for being here. That's the top of the hour we've reached, and that means it's time for us to find something else to do. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. All right. What's the finish? Wait, that's finish. The heck. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. 30 minutes is too short. Yeah, it is. It is too short. But the good news is, so we're all conditioned to be here for an hour, so you can use that other half hour to get with your own bad self and continue your own studies on your own free will and accord under your own direction. So there's probably a little bit of methodology to this madness. So we're all continuing to show up for an hour. Am I right? I'm right. I know I'm right. So just have the courage to turn off the internet and get with the guitar and practice the breathing and maintain this for another half hour. You'll be fine, and you'll see even greater results coming your way. All right. Nancy, maybe we'll see you again. Be sure to stick around. We'll be here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time.